Hey all, welcome back to Chess Brains. I'm Grandmaster Harsha Bharathakoti, and today I'm going to show you a very short video about the outside passed pawn. So let's just take a look at this position now. So black to play. I would like you all to just pause for a minute and think for yourself. How should black continue in this position? So as we can see, it's very natural to just simply take this pawn, right? Okay, we have two options. Either we exchange the rook or we take the free pawn on d4. And of course, rook takes d4 can be good. And of course, black is a pawn up and the game goes on. We'll play king f6, pawn g5, push the pawns, and white will try to defend. And the game goes on. It does not guarantees the win though, but for sure, black has a very good winning chances. But if we think beyond that, beyond material, we can see that black has outside passed pawn. So it's 3 versus 2. Remember that, especially in the end games, outside passed pawn can be very dangerous. So here, rook takes e3 is the good move. King takes e3, g5. Okay, so how does outside passed pawn really help us in this situation? So I'm going to show you guys. The point is we are going to sacrifice the pawn on the king side. So the white king should go to get our pawn. At that time, our king goes to the queen side and collects these pawns. So that's why outside passed pawn is very dangerous. So let's look at the variation. So g5, let's say h4. They want to break the pawn structure, but h6, nope, we are not allowing that. Pawns exchange. d5, they want to get the king forward, but of course we need to stop that. So king e7, king d4, king d6. So they don't have any choice now. If they play something like a4, you will play a5, b3, g4. So we can see that, okay, if the white king goes to e3, we will simply pick up the pawn. It's just winning. If they want to defend the pawn and goes king to c4, then now our outside pawn shows its power. So f4, a break. Once they take the pawn, then g3, and the pawn is unstoppable. So this is one variation. Let's just say, okay, so they don't want to play d5. Maybe they just want to wait. They just want to wait with the king and see how black plays this position out. So now first we need to centralize our king. Another important point in the endgame is we should always activate our king as soon as possible. So king e3, let's say, king d5, and let's say pawn b3, stopping king c4. So here, like I said in the beginning, we will play f4. So what we are trying to do with the use of outside passed pawn, we are letting our enemy king to go outside, so that for our king we will have entry to the queen side in this position. So takes, king takes f4. So the king is out now. So we simply take on d4. Now we can see we are close to collect the pawns on the queen side. In case if they play something like king d3, we can just sacrifice our pawn. So with outside passed pawn, all we are trying to do is keep the king out as far as possible, and our king will go to the other side of the pawns very quickly and just grab them. So as you can see in this example, always be aware when you're exchanging pawns, when you're pushing pawns. Always think about when it goes to endgame, what kind of pawn structure you have, and especially outside passed pawns can be very powerful. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more interesting videos.
Visit chessbrains.com to book a free assessment and find the perfect class today.